Hello. It is 15-minute feedback time again, Tina.
Yep. Here we are. We missed one, but we're back.
So listen, say hi if you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear where you are today. And I want to tell you, if you don't know, I'll just share with you a little bit about what 15-minute feedback is because it's so fun, right, Tina?
Yeah, it's
Because
great.
this is like you getting to open up the closet door when you're at an open house and really see what's inside. You actually get to see somebody else's site and hear them get some really good advice about how they can improve one thing on their site. And so in 15-minute feedback, Tina and I do a little bit of work. We research the site. We go through it live here, share it all with you, and we leave the site owner with 3 things that they can do right away. Like not hard stuff, right, Tina? This is quick and
Yeah,
easy.
very easy, simple
Yeah,
things to implement.
that they can do in the next few days that will help resolve an issue that they're facing. So, really good. Now, if you want to apply for 15-minute feedback, we do this for Inner Circle members and non-Inner Circle members. We're going to get a link. I think there's actually a link in the comments of this post.
Yep.
We will absolutely review your application and we'll let you know if you're on the list for people who will get a site review. We'll want to know your burning question and what problem you're trying to solve. So also, if you want to make sure that you're live with us for these sessions, just text 15 to the number below, 843-258-4616, and we'll make sure we let you know before we go live. So I can see, Farm Girl Journals has applied, Tina.
Yay. Okay. We'll be on the lookout for it.
Jennifer's here. This is Jennifer the pretzel lady. I can see Jen is here. Bridget's here, Jasmine's here. I'm so glad you're here. Now, we have an interesting site. So, as we're going through this site, I want you to put your questions in the comments or whatever you'd like, feedback in the comments. And Tina and I are going to go through this site. It is called Maley Designs, and it's a site that has some personalization. So, Tina, I'm going to share my screen.
Yep.
I'm going to let you take it from here. Let's talk about Whitney. Whitney is the site owner, and let's talk about what she wanted reviewed on her site.
Perfect. So Whitney, we'll wait till you pull it up, but Whitney asked for help with her user experience. See if it's coming up. There we go.
Oh.
And she has an adorable site selling t-shirts, and I think it's mostly t-shirts, all customizable for different holidays. So there's a lot of things that she does great. I think one of the first things is just the navigation. It's super clear, great images. Everything is just very straightforward and clear. So great job on the homepage, except for one thing. So if we go back up to the top, I don't know if everybody would realize that her site actually offers customization unless we told you. And so that would be the first thing that I would change on here is you have this beautiful hero image, but as we've talked about before, the messaging is really important. So I think there's a really good opportunity for you to add your tagline or add some copy above the hero image or over the hero image that explains that these are personalized teas and a call to action. Shop the collection, shop Mother's Day, shop whatever. When we first looked at it, actually, she had a slider for St. Patrick's Day. So, but she still didn't have a call to action button on that hero image. So just making sure that that first impression that you make is really clear what you want the person to do. And so in this case, I think that's the first opportunity for Whitney's site.
Yeah. So clear messaging on kind of what it is and who it's for.
Yep.
And a call to action button or a link somewhere on this hero image that would allow people to shop.
Yep. And then the other thing is we all have this great real estate on our sites, which is that top banner. So on most themes, you can turn that on and off. A lot of times people use that area to give information about shipping. Is it, free shipping over $50, things like that. So I think there's an opportunity here. Welcome to Maley Designs is nice, but it's not really giving the consumer anything that they need to know. So let's use that real estate wisely and either use that for your tagline. You could use that also for a site with personalization. It's really helpful to put what your shipping deadlines are. So Mother's Day deadline is April 30th or whatever it is, because you want to add that sense of urgency. People know when they need to order by. To meet your shipping deadlines. So that's a really flexible space where people are seeing it. It follows along with every page on your site. So make sure it's something really helpful and informative that's going to help you get the sale.
Right. Help them make a decision, even if it is what shipping costs.
Right. So they don't have to dig around and look at the shipping page or wait till checkout to get that information.
Right. Okay. The next thing we want to do when we talk about user experience is we actually want to look at a product page. And so let's take a look. This is a product page that is linked right to the home page. I think that maybe these are set up for Mother's Day, but here is the product that pops up after I click through. Tina, let's talk about the user experience here too.
Yeah. So I think here, there's a lot of things, again, that you've done right. So I can see the size, the price is really clear. But then when I get into the copy, there's a lot of information and it's going to take me a lot of time to read this. The one part that I was kind of thrown by where it says ordering is easy. I think it feels easy to you, but to me as a consumer, this feels like a lot of reading, a lot of instructions. I'm already a little bit overwhelmed that I need to go through these images and then, oh, I can customize the colors. Oh, I need to send her my text. Oh, I need to tell her which style I want. So what I would recommend is I think this can all be simplified by installing an app that lets you have a drop down for the color, for the personalization field where you can just type that in. So just like you have these fields for quantity and for size, you need additional ones for the rest of the information that you need to capture from your customer. And the other thing that I would add is having it all in one place like that. My guess is you spend a lot of time going back and forth with the customer because they forgot to send you something or you need to confirm their order. And so we also want to simplify your operations on the back end by just making everything more streamlined here.
Okay, so you're recommending an app. And so when I look at this is my guess, Whitney. I'm not sure I'm right, but I bet. I think you're a successful Etsy seller who's got a store. And so this looks more like an Etsy setup, doesn't it? This product description.
Yep.
All these thumbnails. Like if you go through, it's probably really hard to see on your screens, but I just want to share with you that there, can you see that better now?
That's now that you zoom in.
And so that's really hard to see on this great big flat lay. That's the personalization, and it actually might get missed. I think that what Tina is saying and that what I saw when I went through this site is really that it's so well done. But once you get into thinking about ordering, it creates more questions. Like a lot of decisions have to be made. And really the only place to give you clarity is in the notes. And it's not the most efficient way for people to convert. And people shopping online expect it to be a little bit more automated than that. Wouldn't you say, Tina?
Yeah, definitely. And then the other thing is, which we haven't done it right now, but again, most websites that I look at get 80% of their traffic from mobile. And my guess is yours is probably even higher because you probably have a younger customer coming from Facebook or Instagram. And so if we look at all of these instructions on the phone, then it really becomes a lot of copy and it can be really kind of complicated. It just feels hard to do all of this on your mobile. So that's the other reason to try to make it very step by step and straightforward for someone to fill out the information that they need to give you.
Yeah, for sure. And so what I want to turn to for the last little bit of this, Whitney, is that you really have done a great job, and you've kind of covered all the bases in a way that is kind of halfway there, I would say, with these products. And I think there are so many opportunities for you to really increase your conversion rate. And there are a couple of things that I think are important. One is that although you have the hero image on models, I think you need some of your products on models. And I would replace some of those thumbnail images. Like you've got one that just says, join us on Facebook and Instagram. I would be replacing that with that particular shirt on a model and up close, like in tight, so that people can actually see the personalization. Would you agree, Tina?
Yeah, totally. Or I think you could even have just the graphic file with maybe little arrows or circles that say personalize this, personalize here, so they can see exactly which sections get personalized. So
Yep.
like this is where the names go, like really spell it out for them in a visual way.
Yeah, so good. But the real missing opportunity here, the overarching thing above all the other things, I would say, is that you don't have a good way to collect emails or texts, whichever you choose to do. If you want to do solely SMS marketing, which again supports the fact that most of your traffic is probably mobile.
Yeah.
You really need a way, other than in an image or in the product copy, to collect those messages. The first reason is that if you can get somebody back to your site from a text or an email, they are 7 times more likely to buy than coming cold from your site. The second reason is that people who visited your site more than once, like people who have visited 2, 3, 4 times, those people are more than double. Like they convert at more than double the rate. So say your first time visitor conversion rate is 2%, it's very likely that your returning visitor conversion rate will be 4% or 5%, because people like to visit things a couple of times before they actually purchase. And if you're not able to collect some contact information really efficiently, what happens is they forget about you. They can't maybe remember the name of your site, or they need to wait until they see you on Instagram again or something like that. And so the number one thing you can do for yourself is find a way to get this in front of people, get the opportunity to join your text list or your email list in front of people. And the way we would recommend you do it is with a pop-up or a flyout form, something that slides out when they're on a page, or slides out 14 or 15 seconds after they've hit your site. It says, want to save 10% today? Join our SMS list and we'll send you a code. And you can automatically send them a code right away. And then you can follow that up with some campaigns if they haven't purchased. There's a way to filter them out, the purchasers, but the people who haven't purchased, you can then send them a text saying, hey, don't forget your code expires soon, or give them a reason to buy now. And so that's the number one missed opportunity, I think, on this site.
Yeah, and I think it's great because you're already doing it. You have the want to save 10% off your first order, text Maley Designs to this number. But again, it's just more things to read, and you're kind of interrupting someone's flow of figuring out how to order. Whereas if there's a pop-up, it just, you can capture them on different parts of your site as well. You don't have to wait till they're deep into your product page trying to order.
Yeah. And you can not interrupt the product or the purchase process in a way that makes them stop, right? You can actually set up that autoresponder to send them that code right away, so that they can just take that and go ahead and purchase. So it's a really efficient way of upping your conversion rate. And so let's just wrap this up. First of all, we want to say your site is beautiful, your products are beautiful, it's super smart. And we think that you can sell more by doing a couple of things. The first thing, Tina, I've got is a call to action on the hero image.
Yep, exactly. So call to action on that big image on the front. And again, that's something flexible. So that call to action will change as your slider changes. So in her case, it would be Mother's Day, and then maybe it's going to be the Father's Day collection or graduation, whatever it is, as you update those, whatever people are buying right now, make sure that it's really easy for them to go right where you want them to go.
Exactly. Next thing is tagline, what it is and who it's for, or what need it fills. It could be simple as customizable t-shirts for every occasion. It could be super simple like that, but just some big text about what it is and who it's for. And I think the best place for that is the hero image or a banner, like a bigger block on your homepage. But people need something that's scannable, that they can onboard what this is. The next thing is that banner at the top. I'll go back to the homepage. So the banner at the top of the site, well, it's actually here. It's a sticky. So It just says, welcome to Maley Designs. And Tina, we think that Whitney should use that for some purchase information, like something that's going to get people closer to making a decision.
Right. So like, what is the shipping cost, or what's your turnaround time? Like, what your frequently asked questions are. So again, instead of fielding those questions over and over again, or think of all the people who never even asked them, that they just left before looking for the answer, just put it right there. Make it easy for them to find.
And last thing is an app. Not last thing, but an app for customization, something like, what would you recommend? What do you see people use?
Oh, I forgot the name of it, but there's a couple in the Shopify app store that I think there's, I want to call it like ultimate product options or unlimited product options. I'm sure a few of our members or other people can chime in here. But there's a few. Just look for one that has good reviews. They're pretty straightforward to set up. Or usually the app developer can help you as well.
So an app. And then the last thing is you need a pop-up or a flyout to collect texts or emails, whichever you prefer. So that's a few more than 3 things. But I think that would be super helpful. And I think you'd find that your conversion rate goes up if you do those things. So Kara's saying that put something about customer service. Call us with any questions.
Yeah, that's a great one. Or the other thing that you could do is put one of those, like Shopify has one that's great now that's free called Shopify Inbox, where it's just like a little circle, ask us a question, and it sends you an email or a text with the person's question, and you can have a chat with them live, answering whatever they need to know. So that's another helpful one. I think whenever you have customized products, people just naturally have questions. As clear as you think you're being, as much information as you think you're giving, there's always someone who's going to get hung up somewhere along the way. And so you just want to reduce that friction as much as possible.
Yeah. So Whitney, if you want more information on a pop-up and how to get that set up and what really works as far as a pop-up or a flyout, we have a guide and a podcast episode that is free for you. And I think you could go to the socialsalesgirls.com/105. That's the podcast episode. And on the show notes for that episode, there is a free guide that you can download and use to have something helpful for you so that you can get this set up quickly. I think that's it. Oh, Jennifer's saying she was excited for the live chat, but shut off after getting one spam question.
Yeah, I don't know. I have it on my site and I haven't gotten any spam questions. So you might want to talk to Shopify. There might be a way to block those people. So it might be the same, automated thing over and over again.
So listen, gang, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Tina.
Yeah.
I hope you all have a lovely weekend and we will see you next week. See you soon.
Great.
Bye.